good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Smoking and Grilling with me, AB. Now I got it. Look, channel called Smoking and Grilling with AB. We talking about ribs, right? But look, as you read in the title, listen, we're gonna do a versus. We're gonna do Crockpot version ribs, and we're gonna do them in the oven. Hey, they super simple. And for those of you guys that's out there in these cold climates and you really can't get out there to your grill or your smoker, I'm gonna say you can get about 95% of that flavor, in your oven. Hey, or using this Crockpot. Super simple. Look, I want you guys to come on in and take a look. We'll start over here looking at these ingredients, right? Listen, I'm gonna show you this. This right here is my own rub. This is in development right now. I should have this out in, maybe a couple of more months or whatever. But listen, use your favorite rub. You know what? Even at my restaurant, I use salt and pepper, and I got like a little twist that I put on there. But whatever rub you guys want to put on there, you can use. This right here, I'm gonna put mine on one set, and then the other set I'm gonna be using Killer Hogs. If you guys haven't used this rub right here, this one right here is banging, folks. You hear that little laugh I did? This is it right here. Now, they're gonna be barbecue style, right? So of course I'm gonna be using my barbecue sauce. If you guys don't have these, that's okay. Use your favorite barbecue sauce. And if you'd like to get any of my products, look below this video right here, and there'll be a link along with some pictures so you can purchase that. Now let's go ahead and address this elephant in the room. Now, we cooking in the inside, right? We're gonna say liquid smoke. Listen, just a couple of drops of this go a long ways. Listen, you got to cheat it a little bit to put that flavor in here if you wanna have the smokiness, right? If you don't, you can omit this, that's fine. But I would suggest still have some of this because we're gonna add just a couple of little things to it, just to put in on this little binder and to put a little smokiness on these ribs. Now, let's look at these ribs. Obviously, I got two sets of ribs, right? This one right here, if you can see the difference, look at how these made, look how they're a little bit, well, not a little bit, they're a lot more meatier this way. And then look at these right here. These right here are baby backs. I know some of y'all are raising your hands saying, ooh, 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 I know the answer, call me Teach. Baby backs, St. Louis. Now, let's talk about the trim. You see this right here? I like to get rid of these. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the St. Louis style ribs. We're gonna put those in the crock pot, right? So I'm gonna take my knife and we just cut this off. I don't want to get into the part of how I barbecue and all of that because I would cut these off because it's thin meat. I like to square them off this way and keep it as thick as possible going down. I just wanted to make that little bit of trim. A lot of this, the fat right now is going to end up in the crock pot, right? Yeah, I'm not going to clean them up. This is not no competition. Just loose. When it comes to room temperature, it gets a little slippery, all that. I just get rid of that. Just grab it, work it around with your fingers like you see me right here, and then just take it and just go ahead and cut it. Okay, so look, now we set up to go ahead and do our seasonings, right? So I got the baby backs because these are the ones that are gonna go in the oven, right? So look, I'm gonna take just a little bit of this liquid smoke, right? See how small that opening is right there? What you wanna do is you just wanna, look, you just need a couple. That's it. Now I'm gonna take my hand and just rub this on here. You know what I mean? Just to give it that flavor. Don't need to really put nothing on the bottom. When I go ahead and coat, when I apply, look, I want you to watch it. Look, I put it on there nice and thick, right? And I just work my way down. So look, for the best results, when you put this on here, you want to just stay on here for at least 15, 20 minutes, so the seasoning will have some time to go ahead, your rub will go ahead, have some time to get, soak into the meat. Now remember, this is the one I'm gonna put in the oven. You see that right there? That's coverage. Take these and I'm gonna place these on my baking sheet right here, on my rack. And if you ever notice when I deal with ribs, sometime when you cook them, you'll see they'll have a little bow in them or arch. The way you put them down is the way they're gonna stay. And I like to push them like this a little bit so they stay like that. Now these are the ones that's gonna go in the oven. I'm gonna preheat my oven to 275 degrees and then we're gonna set these in there for a couple hours. My oven is up to temp, right? We doing these just like we do them outside. I'm doing them at 275. We're gonna let these stay in the oven for about 2 hours, right? So we up to temp, put these in. I want to hurry so I can keep all my heat inside. Now I'm gonna set a timer. Alexa, set a timer for two hours. Okay, so now we down to these ribs, right? So look, now I'm gonna take some W sauce. That's all it is. You guys that keep asking me what W sauce mean, there it is right there. You pronounce it. Look, this is just a binder, right? Just put a little bit on here. Don't really need that much. Remember, if you guys been watching any of my other videos, I like to use mustard, stuff like that. Now, look, we're gonna be using this Killer Hogs right here. Now, I want you to look at the coverage again. This be important when you're doing ribs. Especially, not especially, always whenever you're doing it, you wanna season properly. So watch right here and then follow me down, folks. Look, that right there, that's what you're looking for. Even to dry this on top of there, don't worry about it, because as we let this sit up for about 15 minutes, it all becomes wet and damp, and it starts, soaking down into the meat. I'm gonna go ahead and address this. We talk about that membrane on the bottom. It's up to you guys if you guys want to take it off. I heard all kind of, stories about it. I got a restaurant. I score it and we put it in like that. Listen, when it cooked properly, it goes away. It shouldn't be chewy at all, but we're gonna go ahead and do these just like that, just for the sake of argument. You guys do yours the way you wanna do them. So I'm gonna let these sit up for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and fire up my crock pot. Come on in right now. Let's go ahead and do that part right now. We'll just set it for 2.5 hours. I'm gonna adjust the time, but what I'm doing is just preheating this and getting it nice and hot. Here's where the magic happens when it comes to the crock pot, right? So we got some heat in there. Look, this is gonna be key. Pay attention. This right here, we want to take it and we want to put the meat lined up against the ceramic. So I'll take it like this and we'll just stand it up just like that. That's what you want. Now, all of the fat and everything that you render off of these ribs, that goes down there in the bottom. We're gonna take that out. After 2.5 hours, we're gonna get rid of all of that fat. Then we're gonna go ahead and douse it with some barbecue sauce. And again, I'm using mine, folks. And if you guys don't have it and you wanna get some, don't forget to look down in the description box below. And underneath this video, you'll see a picture of it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I'm gonna reset my timer for 2.5 hours, and then I'll see you then. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this butter. I don't wanna cut my foil, so I'll just get it down and just tear it. That's good enough. Now you wanna get yourself some brown sugar. Now check this out. Let me move this over here. This is gonna be the center. This is where we're gonna put our ribs, and we're gonna put our ribs meat side down. Look, what we're doing is adding a little flavor, but we're making it so that we can get them nice and tender. That's what the foil does. Hey, the same way you guys watch me make it, when I make it when I use my grill outside, that's how we do it here. Don't need a whole lot. That's probably more than enough, right? So we'll take it like this and just cut these down like that. You guys see where I'm going with it? I know some of y'all saying, well, I don't do all that, cook it in the oven. That's the reason why they ain't ABs, ribs. So we just stick them in like this. Check it out. It's a method to my madness, folks. I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below. I know a lot of people do it like this, but I want you to follow this, especially for those who hadn't done it, and tell me what you think right afterwards, right? So these have cooled enough. Take them like this. Remember, I said meat side down. These is baby backs, a lot of meat on the top, right? We take them like this, and look at that there, folks. Got these here sitting on top of the butter and the brown sugar, right? I'm gonna take this right here because we don't want to lose none, and I'm just gonna fold this up like this, right? Just so that we don't have none of this soda that runs out of here. I'm using root beer. You guys see I got Coke. You could use Dr. Pepper, man. People use whatever they want to. Hey, when I don't have no soda, what I use is apple juice. All of that works fine. Look, we just want to get it hot so it can steam, tenderize the meat, and make it super soft, right? So that's it. Especially you from California. Everybody in California want them to be fall off the bone ribs. So that's what we're gonna make right now. Fall off the bone ribs. Now you guys want to be careful not to poke no holes in here, because then you're gonna make a mess, right? So we'll take it, fold it a couple times, and bring this over the top. All right, let me go back out here. Look, I done put the cart in front of the horse, trying to just hurry up. Why? Because I want to hurry up and eat some of these. Now it's up to you guys. You want to put some more in there, you can. But for me, this is good like that. We'll put them here. Now, one of the key things that I did was I raised my oven up to 350 degrees. We're gonna go back in for 1 more hour. Let me open that up and then we'll go. Hey, and speaking of that, these is ready to do the next step also. Like I said, these is ready also, right? So one thing about a crock pot, whenever you open this crock pot up, from my experience, you add 30 minutes more into your cook. So listen, when you're cooking under here, it might need to look like it need to be stirred or something like that. If you want to take it and stir it in the inside, add some more time. Reason I'm telling you that is, listen, but I already ran through my timer and we good here, right? So I'm just gonna open this up. We let all the heat out. The way it's designed is to keep that heat. That's all part of the process of cooking it, right? So if you guys look down there, you can see all of the yuckiness. That's all of the fat that has rendered down. I got a bowl right here. The reason I got this bowl is I'm gonna pour the fat into this, and we're gonna discard that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour some barbecue sauce over the top and put the top back on, and then we're gonna go 1 more hour. So let me go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, so if you look down in here, you can see that I drained all of the fat, right? We're gonna get a little bit more fat. So now I'm using my favorite barbecue sauce. Look, I'm using my savory. This is a little bit on that sweet side. This right here is the one. Now, I just take this and I just pour this like this. This is real easy and simple. Can't get this wrong, folks. Then remember, you guys use your favorite, barbecue sauce, but I promise you, if you give this a try one time, this will quickly become your favorite, right? So we just put it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on. Now I'm gonna reset my timer. I'm gonna put it on high, right? I'm gonna put it on there for 1 hour. Look, we're gonna cook some of that inside of that meat. We're gonna let that trickle down, boil down on the bottom, and then when we're gonna take it out, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil it. Stay with me. 1 hour on high. Okay, so just opened this up, took these out the oven. As you can see, you can look at the color. I'm gonna tilt them like this. Look at that. That right there is what you want. And if you look right here, you can just see they nice and soft. They ready to be eaten, right? But we're not done yet. So let me discard this. Let me get this out. Okay, so look, you can see the baby backs. These is nice. We're not done with them yet. Now, look, I had coordinated so everything will finish at the right time, at the same time, right? So now you guys get a chance to look at these, because I'm gonna put both of these inside of the oven. We're gonna set it on broil, and we're gonna go from there. But we'll take these like this, let them drip, bring this over here like this, spread those out. Smells incredible. That's one of the things, if you guys use your favorite barbecue sauce, listen, it'll come out just the way you want it. You can imagine, look at that right there. I got some of my barbecue sauce. What I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna put a little bit here, and we're just gonna brush this on here just like this. So we'll just keep doing this just like you see. Now I want you guys to tell me what you think about that there. Now, I just heard my oven, it's up to 500 degrees. I'm gonna put these in the inside, right? Now this is the key. I'm gonna tell you 5 minutes, but it depends on your elevation. I don't know how that works, but everybody 500 and everybody's oven is gonna be different. Me, I put my eyes on them and I watch them. When they look the best, I take them out. And that right there is gonna be your presentation. I want you guys to take a look at these right here. Look at the way that barbecue set on the top. That right there is what you want. St. Louis, baby back. One done in the oven, the other done in the crock pot. Look at those right there. I can't wait to sink my teeth into these. Hey, super simple, big on flavor. And I gotta go back to that part about being simple. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these down. Now remember, these are the St. Louis ribs, right? So we'll just cut them. Look at that right there. I'm only gonna cut a couple. Ooh, man, so nice. Hey, look, this just run through it like butter. But I'm gonna show you guys right now, look at that right there. Ah, yeah, look, you can just see, nice and soft. But I'm gonna save it, because look, I'm gonna just stick them over here, and now let's cut these baby backs. Look, they so soft, you know what I mean? You got to be careful, they just come right apart. You see this right here? I always talk about having chef choice, right? Hey, cheers, y'all. I want you guys to come on in, you can see, look, I got them cut. St. Louis on this side, we got baby backs on that side. You can see the difference in the meat, look. You can see how the meat is there, the thickness of it, and then when you look at the baby back, look, it's a whole lot more meat, right? Now, you wanna have a sharp knife. I should have sharpened my knife because you can see how like it did, kind of like tore, but listen, this is like super moist, right? This is what you want. When you can take your rib and you can just do like this, you know what I mean? You can just take it and just pull it off like that. That's what you want, right? So I'll just take this. To have ribs in the oven or the crock pot, this ain't bad, folks. For you guys that didn't know, now you know. You guys gotta try it, you know what I mean? You see that? Look how clean that bone is. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? For me, because I grill all the time, I'm gonna notice a difference, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, for those of you guys that it's cold, you can't really get outside to use your gadgets outside, this right here is a viable option. Hey, either way, crock pot, I like the crock pot version, because listen, if you're going to work or you got the time, you can set them on low in the morning, let them cook all day. The longer they cook, the more fall off the bone they are. You know what I mean? You can go baby back, or you can go, St. Louis style. Doesn't make a difference. Hey, super easy, big on flavor. I can taste everything, even taste a little bit of the smoke on the one that I hit it with the smoke. You know what I mean? It's how you season it, but I'm gonna tell you what's really key. You gotta let it sit up for about 15, 20 minutes and let your rub penetrate that meat. Hey, with that being said, listen, try this. Let me know down in the comment section below how you get down. Now, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me just take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, it's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And guess what, folks? I'm out. Peace.